Hey everybody, as you may remember a few weeks ago I did a review of a Lomo magnetic waterproof roll top tank bag. You can see that video, links in the description or at the end of the video, probably at the end of the video. Anyway, after I did that, and we did a giveaway with that one as well, so I was able to get one of these brand new sent from Lomo to one of my subscribers, and we're doing the same for this one as well. Lomo said, is there any other gear you're interested in looking at? And I said, do you know what? Let me have a look at the roll top backpack, because this is probably the thing that most people would be interested in. I am a big fan of the backpack I have now, but it is not waterproof. So I thought, you know what, for where it's raining a lot at the moment and I'm like taking calendars and things to the post office to send out, I don't want them getting wet and this would be a good solution. So this is just a roll top bag. If you don't know what roll tops are, basically they're a big waterproof bag. It's just sort of one big opening and you can roll the end over, end over, end over, end over, end. And then you attach straps like so on each side. And that keeps the top closed and keeps the water out. There's just normal backpack straps on here. There's a chest strap, which is always a good thing if you're on a bike. It just helps a bit. It's got a bit of elastic in it, so it gives a little. Standard backpack straps. They're nice and wide. They're nice and squidgy. And there's also a foam pad top and bottom, which is what, maybe a centimetre thick, just to take a bit of the pressure off your back. You can see it's a 30-litre waterproof bag. And then there's a zip on the front, which I assume, yeah, that's just an entirely separate pocket which is on the front of the roll top bag. I am now going to use this for a couple of weeks. As you can tell, I've not actually used it yet, and I'm also going to do some testing and I'll get some footage of me wearing it so you can see what it looks like. I'll show you all that now, and then we'll move on to a conclusion where I tell you what I think about it. And then at the end of the video we'll be doing the giveaway. And if you want to help support this channel, subscribe, because I'm on my way to 100k and appreciate the help with that. Leave a like, and if you really want to help out, join my Patreon for just $1 a month. Okay, so this is what the bag looks like on. It's a standard backpack, you know, normal straps. It's got a strap up the top here, crossover, and one here as well. You will notice, because I have really filled this up, that it sits quite high. And for me anyway, it leads to this strap being a little bit higher up my neck than I'd like it. It literally is at my neckline. I would much prefer it, like my other bags that I use, that it would be down here. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, you don't actually have to use it, because you've got this lower one which you can do up, and as I say, because that's not that low, it kind of holds in the middle. Getting it on and off is easy enough. It's just like any backpack that's not completely designed to be used while you're wearing bike gear, because getting your arms in and out can be a bit tricky. As I say, it's not too bad, it's not the worst, but my normal bag that I use, which was designed to be easier to put on, you don't have quite the same tightness to get it round. But yeah, this is what the bag looks like on. So now I guess we need to go and test it. But how are we going to test it? As you can see, I like to test things thoroughly. Okay, so... oh, we got a couple of drips from the top going in, but otherwise, the precious dressing gowns are completely dry. Okay, why don't we give it another go? One thing I will note though, it's good to fold it this way when you're doing the straps up, because you do the straps from the side here. Reason being, if you do it the other way, that way, it tends to like push over and pull the straps in. So make sure that you fold it over this way. Like so. Okay, so we have actually thrown this in the sea about 7 times now, getting extra bits of B-roll and stuff. So let's see. If anything has got in here now, I will be surprised. Okay, there's a little bit of moisture around the very top. And there is a very slight little bit of dampness on the very top of here. that was the one that was on the top. The one that was at the bottom, completely dry. So I don't think a little bit of rain is going to get in. Okay, as you can see, we're freshly back from the sea. It's still covered in seawater. That was a very extreme test for this bag. Lomo don't claim for this to be submergible or anything like that. I thought, if it can deal with that, then it can definitely deal with a bit of rain. These are the dressing gowns that are in there the whole time. I used them to pack out the bag, but also because I knew that they'd hold on to any water that got in there. I'd know about it. There is some very slight dampness, as I say, but I wonder how much of that got in between opening the bag in shots. But it's certainly not wet. So my conclusions on this bag. Well, as you can see, it is just a normal roll top bag, and then it's had these straps attached to the back, and they're attached to the outer skin, so you're not going to get any water getting through because it's stitched on. This appears to all be glue seams. And this front pocket, again, that is stuck onto the existing bag, so it makes it very watertight. Going back to what I was saying about the height of this strap being close to my neck, I have actually just noticed it goes down. You can actually move that up and down, and it appeared to be about there somewhere, so I could have dropped it a little bit, but it might be nice if it was a little bit lower still, because of the way that this kind of sits high on your back. One thing I'll note from using this is the capacity of this thing is huge. It's got good depth and breadth to it, but it's also got this height, and you can actually use all of that height. As long as you can get 1 or 2 rolls to then cinch it down, you can use all that space. I mean, if you've only filled it up here this far, you can roll it all the way down, but there were a couple of examples of times that I went to a shop and I had a bit more than I normally would because I was testing the bag, and I thought, oh god, this is not going to fit, and it all fit easy because I only had to roll this over twice and it would hold it in place. And obviously if it's raining, the more times this is folded over, the more chance you won't get any water coming in. But I think once it's over a couple of times, I mean, how is it going to get in? It would literally have to go down through, round, and do a spiral, and the only way that's going to happen is if it's submerged, and we've tested that. It's been submerged, and yeah, a tiny little bit of water got in, so there's no way it's getting in with the rain. And remember, we're giving away one of these bags in this video. All you need to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then leave a comment. And in 3 days' time, I'm going to use a random comment picker to pick one of those comments. I'll reply to you and give you an email address. Then all you need to do is email me. I will give you a password, and then you're going to post that as a comment. This is just as a way to make sure that the person who emails me is the person I selected as the winner. Once that's confirmed, I'll ask for your name and address, and then I'll give that to Lomo, and they're going to send out one of these roll top bags to you anywhere in the world for free! Yeah! Well, there you go. Enter. Someone's going to win. It could be you. Huge thanks to Lomo again for a decent product to do a review on. Huge thanks to my Patreon supporters for supporting this channel and helping me continue to bring these videos to you. And I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video and the other content on the channel, please consider following the links in the description to show your support.